Hi everyone, welcome. I am Paula. Today is May 1st and I am starting my challenge. I'm actually doing 2 challenges for the month of May. I am determined by May 31st to have some weight loss, to break a stall. I just want to get things moving along. I want to get the rest of these last pounds on me off. So fitness is going to be one of the challenges. I am going to be doing some sort of fitness every single day, and I will be making videos. I'm going to try to do them every single day. Life happens sometimes, you might skip a video here and there, but that is my goal. And I'm going to be sharing my activity every single day. I plan on walking every day and then a few times a week doing some kind of weight resistance. And as I go throughout the month, I'm going to try to increase what I do from when I got started. All right. And then the next challenge is going to be carnivore. I am going carnivore for the month of May. I'm pretty much there right now already. The last couple of days of April, I already started doing carnivore. For the past few months, I have been more ketovore. And what ketovore is considered when you're eating around 10 grams of carbs or less, you are eating mostly meat and you're incorporating just a little bit of vegetables, maybe for a garnish. You might have some onions or some lettuce or something like that in small, moderate amounts. And so I have been doing that. Well, for the month of May, I am gonna be eliminating vegetables. And some people wonder, why do you do that? Vegetables are healthy. Why do you want to eliminate vegetables? I have nothing against vegetables. I like vegetables. But real quick, I'm going to tell you about how vegetables can hinder weight loss when you are trying to lose weight this way, meat-based, all right? Now, I have talked about this in some of my other videos. I've also talked about this in my coaching and in my group coaching. So the way your body prioritizes what it burns for fuel, the first thing that your body will burn is alcohol. So if you drink alcohol, which I do not consume alcohol, but if you do, your body cannot store alcohol. So it has to burn that alcohol off before it gets to anything else, all right? The next thing that your body burns after alcohol would be exogenous ketones. I don't take exogenous ketones. I never have. They are used, I learned that they are used a little bit therapeutically, and a lot of people like to take exogenous ketones to help get them into a state of ketosis faster. For me, I wouldn't want to use them that way. I would want to get there myself just by eliminating things and, getting my body to burn its own fat naturally. And then the next thing that your body will burn is carbs, sugar. You're eating a lot of sugar and carbs. Your body has to burn that off before it gets to your body fat. In the sequence, alcohol, exogenous ketones, carbs and sugar. The last thing that your body wants to burn is its own body fat, all right? So when you're feeding your body all of these other things, your body doesn't have time to get to the body fat because it's trying to burn all those other things off. And if you're constantly feeding yourself those things, vegetables being one of those things because they are carbs. So anything including vegetables, berries, all of those things that I like to have once in a while in my keto diet, I am eliminating for the month of May, not because I think they're toxic or bad, but because I want to target my body fat for the month of May. So that's why I'm doing it. Don't go around telling everyone that Paula thinks that vegetables are toxic and vegetables are bad. I do not think that they are bad. I think that right now I've got some body fat that I want to eliminate. I'm down to, I don't know, maybe 20 pounds that I want to lose still. And I want to target and hit it hard this month. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing meat-based animal products, and I'm going to be incorporating fitness. All right. So I just got done for my Patreon group filming a video of how to take body measurements. And I took my body measurements, and my body measurements have not changed since my last challenge, which was in February. I did a challenge over on Patreon, and March 1st, I measured myself, and I measured myself today. So it's been almost 2 months, and all of my inches are exactly the same, which in one way is okay because I haven't gained any inches, but I haven't lost any either. And so I'm hoping by the end of this month that I am going to have some inches down, and I'm gonna weigh myself, but I'm not really focused on the scale too much anymore, but I am gonna weigh myself just as a guide. You eat a high protein, low carb diet, your body holds on to muscle mass and you'll burn your body fat, but the muscles will remain and that will reflect on the scale. So don't feel discouraged if you're eating a high protein diet and you're keeping your carbs super low and you're not falling off and you're not having cheat days and all of that. Keep track of your measurements because that's what's gonna count, the way your clothes fit. The scale might not show a huge reflection. I have done calorie restrictive diets and I lost weight on the scale, like pounds. Like every day I would get on the scale and I would be losing pounds, but I wasn't eating a lot of protein and I was eating higher amounts of carbs, but my body was getting rid of muscle and fat and that was showing on the scale. But when you eat high protein, low carb, your body will hold on to your muscle mass and that will reflect on the scale as well. Your weight loss might be slow on the scale. So you want to take body measurements, write them down, write the date. I have my planner here in the back of my planner. I have my measurements all the way back to March of 2022. So I have 2 years worth of measurements in there. If you want to do this challenge with me, you can join right along with me. I will be posting here on YouTube. I will also be posting over in my Patreon group. It is a membership over there on Patreon. It's $10 a month. You can cancel it anytime. You can pay just for the month if you want to do the Carnivore challenge. And how is that different than YouTube? It's a little bit more in depth. I'm doing a little bit more extra content over there, a little more personal coaching. I do a little video usually every morning. People are engaging over there. Now we have a chat going where people are posting pictures of their meals to help them stay accountable. You're able to private message me with any kind of questions or concerns. And so it's more personal over there. You can do this challenge just YouTube only. If you want to get a little more involved, you can go over to Patreon and everything is linked down below where you can join and you can sign up and we will get this thing going. So today it is raining. We have so much rain here right now over the past few days. Yesterday was like tremendous winds. We're in a forest. We live in the forest and we have trees all around us and these trees were just swaying and I was just looking and it's kind of scary when it's high winds and you've got trees all around you. My walking pad upstairs, my little desk treadmill that I am going to get on and at least do 30 minutes on there. And then later on, maybe if it clears up, I'll go out and do longer of a walk out there. I love walking outside much more than on a treadmill, but if you're doing fitness, you need to have some things that you can do indoors on days like this. So I'm also gonna be showing you what I'm eating on a carnivore diet throughout the day today, all of my meals. Other than a cup of coffee, we have a pot of coffee back there and we both had a cup of coffee this morning and that's already gone. So everybody's asking me, especially over in our Facebook group, what I'm gonna be eating. I'm gonna share with you what I'm gonna be eating. You can tailor your carnivore diet however you want. There are some people who are just getting started with keto and they want to add a couple of carnivore days into their week. So they're only going to do maybe 1 or 2 days a week just to get a feel for it. There are some people who are going to be really strict and do just beef and salt. That's sort of like an elimination diet. I myself, I'm going to be more of a relaxed carnivore. I'm going to show you a chart right here that someone put over on our Facebook group and I really liked this chart. I don't know who it's from. The name is probably on there where it came from, but if you will look, I'm going to be doing more of that curve that's relaxed, and what that is, I'm going to be eating meat, all types of meat. I'm going to be eating beef, chicken, and pork mostly. I don't eat seafood. If you eat seafood, it's great. You can definitely incorporate that on a carnivore diet. You can have lamb, you can have bison, you can have venison, you can have all of those things. More than likely, I will be eating beef, chicken, and pork because that's mostly what I eat, all right? And then I'm also gonna be incorporating a little bit of dairy, although I am gonna use it in moderation. I'm gonna be measuring out my heavy cream. I'm gonna be putting that in my coffee. I like heavy cream in my coffee. And people have said, why don't you just cut out dairy for the month? Well, I like dairy and I don't want to give that up. I'm gonna be more of a relaxed carnivore. So I'm gonna be having meat, I'm gonna be having a little tiny bit of cheese and a little bit of heavy cream. I am also gonna be having eggs, lots and lots of eggs. I love my eggs. And I'm gonna be including spices. A lot of people don't like to have spices on a carnivore diet because they say they come from plants, and then you're not truly carnivore if you have spices. Remember, I'm gonna be the relaxed carnivore. I'm also gonna be using my Element with the stevia. I like my flavored elements. I usually have 1 to 2 packets a day of that. And I'm also gonna be having my Prime protein shake every day, either in a shake form, protein ice cream, which is getting warmer, we're having warmer months, or I will be doing the mug cake. And all I do to make a mug cake is I take a little bit of butter, I melt it in the mug, and then I put an egg in there, I scramble it up, then I put a scoop of the Prime protein powder in there that's sweetened with stevia, and I just microwave it, and it comes out into a little cake, and it's a great little treat. So I will have one of those probably just about every day. I like the Prime protein to help boost my protein up a little bit, and it tastes great. So those are the things that I'm gonna be incorporating into my carnivore animal meat-based diet for the month of May. I'm so excited to get this going. And like I said, if I end up having no loss at the end of May, maybe it will be dairy that I need to cut, but I'm gonna try it with the dairy, all right? So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, and when I have my breakfast, which is gonna be just in a few minutes, I'm gonna show you what I'm having for my carnivore breakfast this morning. I'll see you then. About something that I feel is really important when you start a low carb diet, especially doing a carnivore challenge like this. We're going really ultra low with our carbs. You guys all know from watching my videos that I eat a pretty clean ingredient diet, and my electrolyte of choice is Element. Element is a very clean electrolyte drink mix. They're sweetened with stevia, they're gluten-free, sugar-free, all of the ingredients. You don't have to worry about getting any bad ingredients with Element. Element has a science-backed ratio of sodium, magnesium, potassium, everything you need when you are on a low carb diet. Now I'm gonna be mixing up the orange in my 30 ounces of water. If you wanna be super strict on this carnivore diet and you don't wanna have any flavors or any sweeteners, you can use the raw. Element has a raw, unflavored, unsweetened, there's no stevia. The only thing that has in it is the ratio right here of the sodium, magnesium, and potassium, and it just tastes salty. It doesn't have any flavoring to it. So if you just want an electrolyte that is clean, that will replenish your electrolytes, you can go with the raw. Right now, Element has a special offer for my viewers. If you go to the link that is right here on the screen, drinkelement.com/low carb revelation. I will also put the QR code right here on the screen where you can scan with your phone if you're watching on your TV and you don't want to go over to your computer, and the website will pop up, and you can make a purchase of any of the drink mixes on the website, any flavor, and Element will send you a free sample pack like this one with 8 different flavors in it so that you can try them all. The raw is in here as well, the raw unflavored. So I'm gonna go ahead and drink my water, and then I'm gonna get over there to making breakfast, and I'll be back to show you what I'm having on that carnivore breakfast. Thank you, Element, for sponsoring this video. My first meal today, I'm gonna be making some baked French eggs. The recipe is in my first cookbook. This is it right here. This little cookbook is available over on Amazon, and it is also available where you can download the ebook and just have it on your device or print it out. This is a great little cookbook. It's kind of thin, but it has a lot of great little recipes in it, and this one is one of my favorites. For those of you who may not know, I just came out with a second e-cookbook. It is not a printed version. It is a downloadable ebook that you can have either on your devices or you can print it out. If you already have the first one printed out, you can print the second one out and put it together all in a notebook. That's what I'm doing. I have a 3-ring binder, and I have those sheet protectors, and I am printing all of my recipes and putting them in this binder, and you can do that as well. It's not gonna be on a paperback book because it is only 20 recipes. So it's just a lot of cost when it comes to putting out a cookbook. It's just, since it's only 20 recipes, we're only gonna be doing it by ebook. Cookbook is all about crispy breaded, air fried or oven fried foods. Anything that you like, breaded chicken tenders, breaded fish, breaded olives. There's a lot of different things in there that are breaded with my crispy breading recipe. So the links are all gonna be down below in the description, also over on my website, lowcarbrevelation.com. All right, I'm gonna show you how to make these baked French eggs. First, I'm gonna shred my cheese. I like to shred my own cheese for the most part because you don't have the added anti-caking ingredients in the cheese that comes in the packages. So I have some Gouda cheese here. I get it from Aldi. I love Gouda cheese with this recipe. You can use cheddar if you want cheddar, or Parmesan, or whatever kind of cheese you like with your eggs. You can use that. And so I'm gonna go ahead and shred this. I wanna show you my neat little gadget that I just got off of Amazon. I love this little shredder. I've been using this box grater for the longest time to grate my cheese. And let me tell you, since I got this, I don't ever want to go back to one of those. So very easy. This suctions down to your countertop by just turning the little knob. And now it is suctioned down. I'm gonna link it down below if you want to go and check it out. Comes in different colors. I just like this color, this turquoise or aqua blue. It's my accent color in my kitchen. So that's why I got that. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut this up in some chunks, and I'm gonna go ahead and shred this cheese with this little grater. And watch how fast this goes. It's also fun. I made a reel for this over on Instagram. Someone made a remark that, yeah, that's really nice until you have to go and clean it. But really, it's not that hard to clean. It comes apart in a lot of little pieces, and you just throw it in your sink with some hot soapy water, and you just wash it up, let it air dry. And someone said that you can put it in your dishwasher, but I don't really use my dishwasher too much, so I haven't done that. So check it out. Got our cheese here. Right, so you just unsuction it from the counter, and the little handle clips off. You just throw that in your sink. You got this little piece, throw that in your sink. This slides out. That's really easy to wash in some hot soapy water. And then this little thing here, there's a little button here in the back, and you just push the button down and slide this off, and you just wash the pieces. And it's really nice. I really like it. I'm gonna go ahead and get set up here and show you how to make these baked French eggs. It's really easy. I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. I use a silicone muffin mold, and because it's silicone, it's very flimsy. So I always put a little sturdy baking sheet underneath. I like the silicone because when these are all done, you can just push the bottom out and pop them out. If you make them in a tin, you want to make sure that you spray it with cooking spray, nonstick cooking spray, and then you sometimes need to have a spoon or something to get down in there to help scoop it out. Works really good in a metal muffin tin too. So I have some farm fresh eggs here, got from a local farmer up here, and I'm gonna go ahead and crack these eggs. I love when they're all different color like that. Isn't that pretty? So I'm gonna go ahead and crack one egg into each one of these cups. You do not whisk it, okay? You just crack it right in. And I'm probably not gonna make 12 of these. I'm probably gonna make maybe 6 or 8 of these. These are great for meal prepping. You can make these ahead of time and keep them in a container in the refrigerator for 4 or 5 days and just warm them up in the microwave or in your little air fryer or however you want to do it, but it doesn't take long. You don't want to overcook the egg. All right. And let me wash my hands. I'm going to put a half of a tablespoon into each egg. You can put as much heavy cream as you want. I usually do about a half a tablespoon. I find that's enough to make the egg. So the cream makes the French eggs really moist and creamy. They are not dry at all. I think that if you bake these without the cream, they probably would be drier in texture, but the cream just makes it so good, and moist and creamy. Then I take my salt. I'm using Redmond salt. Just put a little bit of salt on each one. The reason why I salt it before I put the cheese on top is the salt just kind of goes down into the liquid. And when you put the cheese on top, the salt kind of just sticks on top of the cheese. So I just do that before. I like my salt. Cheese. I'm really limiting and moderating how much cheese that I'm having. So I really am just putting a little bit on the top of each one of these. These are gonna go in the oven. The oven just beeped. They're gonna bake at 375 degrees for about 18 to 22 minutes. It depends. I'm in front of these big windows right now and these big birds keep flying around out here and they keep distracting me. These will bake in the oven 18 to 22 minutes, depending on how firm you like your yolk. I like mine to be a little bit firm, but not dried out. So I find about 18 to 20 minutes is good for me. You just gotta kind of eyeball it and try it out. All right, so these are gonna go in the oven and I will be back when they're done. See you then. All right, it is 9:13 and I'm getting ready to have my first meal. I'm gonna be having 2 baked French eggs. Look at how cute those are. They come out so nice. And this right here, look at this, I'm having bread. This is Maria Emmerich's PSMF bread. This is made out of egg whites. And I just toasted this. Look how nice that toasts up in the air fryer. I toasted this, put some butter on it, and I just sprinkled some cinnamon on top. I'm having some cinnamon toast. And then I have some Malazio coffee from my Nespresso machine. Just the Malazio coffee, no cream or anything, because that foam on top, it's everything. It's so good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat my breakfast and I'll be back in a little while to update you on what I'm eating on Carnivore Day. See you then. Okay, everybody, I am on this treadmill and I am winded. I am right now at, let's see here, almost 18 minutes. And I think I'm only gonna go 20 on here for the time being. I'm gonna be real in this channel. I'm really having a struggle right now to get to 20 minutes on here. So let me show you. All right, so this is my walking pad and 18 minutes and 22 seconds is what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna start slowing this thing down, cool down, and it stopped raining outside. I may go in a little while outside for a little walk. It's a little bit of a walk to our mailbox, so I may be doing that, but this is real life, people, and I'm doing it. All right, I'll see you soon. All right, so I just laid out some hamburger that I'm gonna be having for dinner tonight, some bacon. I'll show you what I'm making with that later on. Right now, we are gonna be having a protein shake. Ed is gonna be having strawberry, and I'm gonna be having a mix today. I'm gonna be doing the iced coffee and just a little bit of the salted caramel in with it. And I have this, this goes on my blender. I filled it with ice and water, and I'm just gonna mix 1 scoop of the iced coffee and a little bit of the salted caramel and blend it up and have a frappe. All right, something else I'm gonna try is I'm gonna add some of this egg white protein powder into this just for an extra boost of protein. Haven't never tried that yet, but I've heard of people doing that. And so I'm just gonna take this spoon and just put a good size scoop in there, just for starters, so I can try it out. All right, I gotta blend this up. I'll be back. Here goes. Not bad, not bad at all. All right, I'll see you soon. It's dinner time. And this is gonna be Ed's plate. He has meatloaf. I made meatloaf with the ground beef and the bacon that I had laid out. The recipe for my meatloaf is over on my website. It's also in my first cookbook. And I have some bread cheese here. This is the garlic bread cheese. from Aldi. We just put it in the air fryer and melt it down, and then some green beans. And for me, I'm just having some meatloaf and some bread cheese. After dinner, I'm gonna be having a packet of Element. This is the chocolate chai. I just put this in hot water and drink it, and it's like a nice little dessert. So that's gonna wrap up my day of eating for today on my carnivore challenge. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you all go for tonight, and I will be back tomorrow for another day of carnivore eating. Make sure you subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you really soon. Have a great night, and God bless.